Good morning, walkers, and welcome to Lava Lake, Montana. We're going to give you some details here, but first I'm going to go down and give you a better view of the lake, and I will get back into it. Not the lake, of course, the information. Some happy water dogs playing. So here's the information I usually start out with. My name is Henry. I am your proxy walker today, your virtual travel guide, or as I more accurately say, your co-explorer. Today we are at Lava Lake, as I mentioned, which is a trail off of the Gallatin Canyon, and we'll end up down at the Gallatin River, assuming the battery lasts. I am huffing and puffing a little bit because it's 7,100 feet here, a little over, about 2,100 meters. It's 75 degrees Fahrenheit, 24 degrees Celsius. It's supposed to get up to 97 Fahrenheit, which I think is 36 degrees Celsius. So it's about, 10:30 in the morning. Started out about 9 from the trailhead. Left my house about 8:15 in Livingston. And we're going to make our way around here, around the shore a little bit, see some different views, and then we'll head down the trail to the Gallatin River and the trailhead. And I'll talk a little bit on the way, but mainly it'll be nice nature ambiance. Not quite ASMR, but pretty close. What else was I going to say? Oh, yeah, so it's a 3-mile trail, a little over, a little under, somewhere in there. But 1,600 feet of elevation gain. I can't do the, I guess that's probably, 500 meters, somewhere in there. So I guess I can do the calculation. We're gonna go through all these massive granite boulders here. I've actually done this hike in winter as well, and it can be really beautiful. We did it with some kids, a couple families worth of kids, and it was snowing and foggy and everything on the way up, and we got up here, it all opened up. The lake was frozen. I'm gonna keep on going down over here a little bit. And just a gorgeous afternoon. Very cool. We'll go down here and peek out over the lake again. It's a fairly popular trail. The parking lot, the trailhead parking lot holds about, I don't know, maybe 20 cars. And it was completely full at 9 a.m. But there is some other parking out on the highway. Lots of space out there usually, but it does get popular. So get an early start. Bring your bear spray, bring water, bring bug spray. In the summer anyway. Here we go. Oh, look at all this. Absolutely gorgeous out here. Yeah. We are in the Gallatin Range, I believe. Are we? No. Gallatins or the Madisons? I can never really remember. I'm going to get a little photo here. Sorry. That's not right. Anyway, you can see, I'll show you the water here, how clear the water is. Lots of people out here swimming after a hot hike up. You can also camp up here. Water is pretty chilly, but not as chilly as I would have expected here at the end of July. Very last day of July. And we'll just walk along the bank here, see what we can see. I think we hiked up here winter before last, and that was the only other time I've been here was like 20 years ago. So I'm glad to have rediscovered this place for myself. Obviously, not the first person up here. Pardon me. I'll take another pan over here. Somebody got some labs over there. Look at those mountains out there, just gorgeous. It's funny how clearly the voices carry over the water. I've always, they tell you that in grade school, but it's interesting to see it in use, or experience it, I guess. Some nice aspen down there. People making their way down to the lake. Like I said, the trail was busy, not too busy. It wasn't packed, but definitely a lot of other folks. And when I say I got up here in an hour, a little over an hour, I was kind of huffing it because I wanted to get a good start before it got too hot. And I knew I'd be taking a slower walk down. Beautiful day today, though. Some wildflowers. Nice. Can hear some chipmunks or squirrels squeaking away. I love the rock formations up in here. It's really nice to dip your legs in the water after hiking up here. Another peek at the water. The other thing I want to show you is this little guy here. There's one little flower in here, tucked in among the rocks. And then this beautiful lichen is pretty cool too, this sort of light green speckling. It's really cool. All right, I want to avoid other people, but I want to get the good views. So. Hi there, excuse me. Just gonna swing by here. Thanks. Oh, rock hopping. Look at all this rock here. I guess it was pushed down here probably by a glacier back in the day. That's pure speculation. But loving this lava lake. All right. And I don't want to pan too fast. Oh, here's another wildflower. A little guy. I love this camera, which is the Osmo Pocket 2. I do wish it had a macro feature without. You can get special lens adapters, which are great. But sometimes I wish I could get in close on those flowers, but I think it's a a laws of physics thing. They had to make a lot of compromises to have these cameras be affordable and do as much as they do. And I certainly love this little camera, but you know, there's no one tool for everything. Look at all this old wood that's been pushed up down here over the years. You can see the view here. Somebody's swimming. Oh, I love it up here, man. It's easy to, oh, look, check this out. Sorry, more panning. But you can see, I assume in the spring, water runoff comes in here, pushes this wood down here, this dead wood. But then it comes out and it falls down Lava Creek. And you can see the steepness of it right there. It's of course not running today, late summer, mid to late summer. But the actual creek, there's another creek that is running. We'll walk along that later. I was gonna say, coming up here today like this in the morning, not too many people up here. You see why people come to Montana, especially southwest Montana. It's a beautiful place. You don't have to, Yellowstone's absolutely amazing, but there's so much other stuff around here to see and do. All right, we're on the trail down. Thank you to our Patreon supporters. I like to do that early on. I was so focused on the lake that I forgot to do that, but thank you guys. I appreciate your support, financial support, but also your moral support and all the lovely comments and the kind of relationship I've built up with some of you. Very much appreciated and very enjoyable to me. So if anybody else wants to know more about the Patreon supporting thing, there's a link down in the YouTube description. Certainly not required, but always appreciated. Hi there. It's definitely a steep trail. I think I mentioned it's 3 miles and 1,600 feet, but it's a good trail and totally doable for anybody in decent shape. Hi, pup. Hi there. Hi. Good. How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. So I think it'll be much shorter, well, not much shorter, a little shorter on the way down. It's a lot easier on the way down. It is a very rocky trail, and I've seen several people with trekking poles, which I can't really use when I'm filming as much. I guess I could use one, but I kind of like the trekking poles. I used to think, oh no, I used to poo-poo them a little bit, but they certainly take a little bit off the knees and ankles and give just a little bit extra balance and support. Oh, sorry. Here's the creek. It is running, actually. I looked on alltrails.com about this, and it said there might be moose in here. Never really heard about them being in here. I mean, they certainly would be in this habitat. It's such a busy trail that, I don't know, you might see them in the mornings. Love the dappled light in here as well. My wife, Traveling Mel, aka, and oldest son just got back from a road trip where they were doing state high points. And they were doing a couple of them were like Kansas and Nebraska, where you just drive up to a little marker. Excuse me. But they also did Utah, Colorado, and New Mexico, which were pretty significant hikes. And pardon me, it's kind of a smoky day today, so I'm a little congested. In South Dakota as well. And so they, despite all the time in the car to driving between all those places, they've been doing some good hiking and getting in shape for our Italy trip, the first month of which is going to be in the Dolomites hiking. So I need to get in shape as well, because we're going to do part of what's called the Alta Via 2. Excuse me, and we're going to go hut to hut. And I'm hoping to do a significant amount of filming along that route, share some of that with you guys. I think the first time I walked this trail, if I have the right trail, again, 20 years ago, it's when I first moved out here. And it was in the winter, and I guess it had some melting or something. Maybe it was in the spring. Anyway, it was super icy. It was like an ice chute. Luckily, I had my little yak tracks, and I don't think I got all the way up, but at some point I just gave up. But it was quite slippery. Morning.
Hi, morning.
Hi there.
Hi.
It's steep enough that I have to remember to tilt the camera down to show part of the trail. One of the things I like to ask as part of the interaction part of this channel is to get your guys' opinion on preferences. Do you like the nature trails? Do you prefer city walks specifically? I know the channel's called City Walks, but we only have so many cities in Montana. Pardon me. There's a fire about 30 miles to the west of us, forest fire. And despite the sheer numbers of fires in Montana this year, it really hasn't been so bad yet. I think there's a couple big ones up near Kalispell right now, but there's a mild smoky haze in the air, and leads to congestion, for me anyway. It's been an unusually wet year this year. Too wet for us in the Paradise Valley for a day or two with the flooding, but it's also led to decreased fire this year, at least here. And certainly last year was a bad year for fires all over the West. But we have a little reprieve this year. Thanks, buddy. Hi there.
Howdy.
Excuse me. Hi. Oh, a bunch of you guys.
You can tell your friends that too.
Hi there. Hey, buddy. Hi there. It's always a little awkward when a group comes up and I've got this camera and they got a bunch of kids, and I don't really want to film them, but hard to avoid sometimes. Hi there. Morning. I would say that one of the downsides of this trail, few downsides, is that because it's both a bug and a feature, I guess, is because it's so forested, the views, even though it's really steep, are, oh, look at this rose. Sorry, squirrel. Look at that, pretty. It's hard to get some good views out over the valley, which would be spectacular if we could peek our head through the trees. But it's also a feature because it's such a nice experience, so relaxing just to walk through the woods and the forest. You can kind of get a glimpse of the mountains across the way, ridges over there. I think that's Mountain Lookout over there. There's a fire lookout, Forest Service cabin you can rent if you're lucky enough to find it available. Hi there.
Hi.
You bet. Some backpackers. Just, I'm gonna peek over the edge here. I don't know if you can get a sense of how steep this slope is. But it's nice to have these trails carved out of the mountain. Hi there. Excuse me. Hi. Oops. Got the tilt wrong on that. You can kind of see the trail down there for backpacking friends. Oh, that's just kind of used to it at this point. Thanks. He was commenting on my footwear, which is Chacos. And on if I was backpacking, I wouldn't do this probably, but you kind of get used to them. They break in on your feet. I would never do it in brand new chacos or first part of the year, because they always seem to blister up early on. But, you know, they've gotten gross and crusty with my foot sweat, sorry. And now they are fine. While they last, these things are put in a lot of miles, and they're getting toward the end of their life. I think I've had the straps replaced once, but they don't really owe me anything, you know. I've gotten a lot of great use out of them. It kind of opens up, gets bright. I kind of like the shade at this point. Of course, it gets warmer as we go down. The heat, I think I mentioned this before, but the heat out here, excuse me, can be 90 degrees, 95 degrees Fahrenheit, and not too bad if you're in the shade. If you're in the sun and it's 80, it can be absolutely brutal. There's just not a lot of atmosphere between you and the sun, and it can be searing. I'm also grown soft when it comes to hot temperatures out here. I've acclimated a little too much to the cool air, dry air. Another thing about this hike, which is nice, you have water, that beautiful lake, lava lake at the top, and we'll end up right along the Gallatin River. So you can dip your feet at the top and you can dip your feet at the bottom. And we'll, assuming the battery holds out, which it should, we will do that. It's one of the most beautiful canyons that you could see. The downside of the canyon, the river corridor, is that there's a federal highway all along it that gets a lot of traffic, and it grants access to Big Sky, Montana, and but hi there, and a lot of second homes, but and to the river, but it wouldn't bother me too much if it, here's some water here. Yes. Look how clear that is. I love the mossy stuff here. I had a channel that I haven't done much with called Amazing Nature Relaxation, I think. I've changed the names a couple times, but and just sort of these long form relaxation videos, go out, film a natural scene, and put it up on YouTube, and that would be perfect for it. But I haven't posted to that for a while. Pardon my my throat clearing, my phlegmatic nature. Hi there. No worries. Hi.
Sorry.
No worries. Hi. Kind of need to keep an eye on the trail because it's so rocky and you want to make sure you've got good footing, but it's nice to look up every once in a while at the trees and the sky, get a holistic view of the area. Creek has picked up some water and some force. Oops. All right, some other backpackers here. I'll let them pass. Hi there. You can see these boulders have been tumbled down here. There's another family. Hi there.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Feel the, we used to call that, feel the baby burn. And holding your kid like that for an hour or two and your biceps start to burn a little bit. Up.
Is there camping up here?
Yeah, you can if you want to, anywhere in here.
Oh, I thought I keep seeing people with backpacks.
Yeah, you can go strike a camp in the national forest, so
Like anywhere? It's
pretty
just
much,
open
yeah.
national forest. You have to get a permit?
Mm-mm. Yeah. That's not entirely accurate. I think you have to stay away a certain distance from the lake, but pretty much true. I do love taking a look at this creek here. All this down timber that blocks it up and traps other logs and sticks and leaves and needles. All that is good nutrients for insects. Insects feed fish, fish feed all sorts of things, especially osprey and some mammals. Hi there. And of course, they're fun to catch too. Here's the bridge. Some folks getting water. Just to know, you definitely want to filter your water here. As these folks are doing. Lots of little microbes in there that might put an end to your vacation. Giardia being one of them. Hi.
Hello.
Hi there. Hi there. Slide past you real quick. Thanks. Oh, look at that. That's a nice view, isn't it? Hi there.
How are you?
I'm great, thanks. Got a little, hey buddy. Love seeing people out with their kids. That's awesome. That's a little perambulation, pontification. That's why we have these public lands. I mean, there's some corporate reasons, commercial reasons around timber and resources, but also for public enjoyment, right? So we all own these lands in a communal property. So, but we do have ownership and we have rights to use it with certain restrictions. And I encourage everybody to do so because, you know, one, people who use them protect them, and two, it's healthy, and three, I mean, you might as well. That's what they're here for. That's the end of my pontification. Well, that one anyway. No guarantees there won't be more. Hi there. Thanks. Hi there. The smell is really nice right now. It's not too hot yet, but it's starting to warm up. And you can smell the plants and the sap in the trees and the whatever the rushing water puts off, ions or water vapor. It's very aromatic and very enjoyable, very pleasant. Thank you.
No problem.
Thanks. Hi there.
Hello.
There's a significant temperature change between the shady bits and the sunny bits. I think I mentioned something about that before. Hi there.
Hi.
Hey, pup. Oh, that's soothing. Love it. Hi there. Guess we're over an hour. It's gonna be a long one today. You guys can always pause and come back if you'd like. I thought about breaking it up, but I don't think it really lends itself to 2 walks. We still have a little ways to go. Whoa! I'll try to pick up my pace a little here. It's easy for me to let my mind wander off into Never Never Land as I walk here. Just let my subconscious, my instinct. Place my feet where they need to go, mostly. Hi there. Whoops, that was an ankle turner. But I'm okay. Hi there. Good, thanks. Excuse me.
Wow, you're brave. Flip flop.
I just rolled my ankle, so maybe I'm foolish. Hello, pup. Hi there, happy dog. How you doing? Good. How are you?
Very good.
Good. Right. How you doing? Good, thanks. Hi there.
How's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. Thank you.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good.
Nothing really of interest up there. It's just uphill. Hi there.
You know?
Thank you. All right. Sorry about all the panning. It's nice to look at the creek every once in a while. All right. Hi there. Hi. Hi there.
Hey.
Good, thanks. Hey, pup. See all this down timber. It's come down over the years. Pretty old, most of it. You can tell by how broken up it is. It takes a while for this stuff to break down, like decades. It's pretty nice to have a trail cut through it without having to blaze one yourself through all the downed logs and stuff. That's a lot of energy. Starting to hear the road now, the highway 191. You can tell that we are almost there as well because there's a house or a cabin. I don't know what the legality is of these in terms of whether they're on a long-term Forest Service lease. Sometimes they'll have a 100-year lease and they'll build a cabin. They own the building but not the land. And sometimes there's inholdings where it's private land inside the national forest or on the edge of it. So I'm not sure where that one falls. Oh, you can start to smell the river too and hear it. It's nice. Hi there.
But since she heard the word no, she's been like, okay, well, we need to get married next summer, so we need to get engaged in 2 months. So, hello.
Hi there.
She basically like,
Hi there.
Basically, enter down.
Oh,
Heel. Whenever there was a. There you go. Good girl. Let's go.
hi. Almost there. You can see the river through the trees. Happy dogs. Saw these guys on the way up. Just show you this. All right. Signage. All right. Oh, here's a little parking lot. There's some more signage here, maps, etc. No camping within 200 feet of the lake, which is nice. So this is the little parking lot. There's a pit toilet. There's actually a space in here. And then you get to the river, and across the way is the other parking lot where I parked. And there's, to the left here is like a, I don't know, 200-yard driveway kind of thing. But really what I want to do is soak my feet in this river. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, it feels good. This is the Gallatin River. You can see somebody down there fly fishing. It's a great fishing river. A river runs through it. A lot of the scenes were filmed here. Even though the story takes place over on the Blackfoot near Missoula. And it's beautiful. Thank you guys for joining me for this epically long walk, at least for me. How clean and pristine this water is. It was a long one, 1,600 feet of incline, and about 3.2 miles, I think. We will see you again soon. Not sure from where, but we'll see ya. In the meantime, stay cool and keep on stepping.